Any reply? In between. It is not 10. You cannot proportionately reduce the. The only thing is, you keep on maintaining it also. Like you maintain for 30 years for a motor on a single shift, you have to maintain the motor for even for 3 shifts. So the lifespan will not be 30. It cannot be proportionally 10 for 3 shifts. It will be in between. And as I said, I'll circulate a copy of this, either by email or a physical copy. I think Subedar will be able to give a physical copy, maybe before the end of the day itself, I don't know. I have given a list of missionaries and the expected life. Hydroelectric for 30 years, steam electric is about, and for common use, transformers about 35 years, switchgear including cables and connections about 20 years. I have given the lifespan of various machines that I had come across, that I have seen, that I have studied. And it varies. Nowhere else it is stated as 20 years or 30 years. Office furniture and fixtures, if it is properly maintained, 20 years. Office equipments, about 10 years. Internal wiring, about 15 years. Street light fittings, 15 years. Other than motors, apparatus other than motors, 7 years. Motors, 20 years. So, I have given a list here. Now, let me come to the conclusion of it. And I have one more slide also which I will show. Mere depreciation by the number of years of usage is not the valuation. If the valuers are under the impression that if they apply the depreciation to the replacement value, whatever the value you get is not the real value of the machine. It is a theoretical depreciated value of the machine. Please understand, it is a theoretical depreciated value of the machine. You cannot sell the machine for the depreciated value that you have arrived in the market, because all other factors are there inbuilt to see that the value is derated. When you couple everything, it becomes a derating factor. Am I understandable? Have I expressed correctly? Come, tell me, sir. Yes. Right. And the next question is, does it occurs only to the missionaries? Of course, this I took it as the last slide, because I know that most of the people are only land and building valuers. What is the obsolescence in civil structures? There are 3. Functional obsolescence, everywhere it is 3. Functional, economical and physical. Functional obsolescence occurs when a property loses a value due to architectural design, building style, size, outdated amenities, local economic conditions and change in technology. This can be further classified as architectural obsolescence and technical obsolescence also on civil. I am not mentioning about a machinery here. Machinery part is over. On civil. Sir, 2 minutes. I have time. I will finish it off. Economic obsolescence occurs when a property loses value because of the external factors such as local traffic pattern changes or the construction of the public nuisance type. For example, there is a 3-star hotel I live in Trichy. There is a 3-star hotel where the hotel has been built. After some time, a bus depot came just opposite to that. Will it have the same value? It will not. There is no mistake on the hotel. It's a 3-star hotel with 5 floors, with all amenities, everything is there, but has lost the value within a couple of months because of a government depot of the bus came just opposite to that. So this is economic obsolescence. Physical obsolescence is known as is mismanagement. Physical obsolescence occurs when the property loses its value due to gross mismanagement and physical neglect resulting to deferred maintenance. That also happens. Most of the houses, probably if we don't occupy, if we leave it as such, it loses its value. A house under occupation has got a better value when compared to a house which is not being occupied. Am I right? You are all civil valuers. So please do not be carried away only with the age and depreciation factor. It applies to plant and machinery as well as also civil properties. And for example, I have given some examples. Rooms of improper size, no longer useful, such as a coal or a gas-fired furnace, out of date plumbing, heating and electrical fixtures of the system, inadequate insulation, unsuitable architecture style, construction material that require excessive maintenance. These are all some of the aspects which is to be seen on a building valuation also. Here, on a building valuation, obsolescence can be fixed into two things. One is rectifiable, other is non-rectifiable. If it is rectifiable, you spend some money, rectify it and then use it, where the loss is less. If it can't be rectified, then it is to be demolished and then we should go for a new one. Here your age of about 60 years for a RCC building, 40 years for your asbestos building, these are all will not work out. Apply your mind. Don't go in a preconceived manner to any other place before valuation. Your eyes may differ from that of mine. I may have a different look. He may have a different look. We may not agree on every point. I may feel that it's a better job. He may feel that it is not better. So until you see the property, you cannot decide about the proper value. That too for a huge concerns, where crores and crores have been invested. You cannot go in for a valuation just like that merely with number of years alone.